Hey guys, Jesse with Texas Bushcraft out of my buddy's land, and this is going to be my extended use review on the Bushcraft USA 10x10 tarp. I'm going to let you know what I do like about it and what I don't like about it, so let's get started. Alright, so I've used this thing for just about a year now. Actually, maybe over a year. I'm not sure exactly when I got it. And I've had it in every type of configuration you can think of, from diamond, just regular plow point, to A-frames, everything. And I don't think there's much about it that I don't like, really. But the one main flaw that I have, that I think it has, are these tie-outs here. And let me go ahead and show you that now. So the biggest flaw in this tarp are these tie-out, these ties right here. They only have one stitch. Granted, it's a really heavy stitch, but you can see when I pull on that thing, the threads are looks like they're trying to pull out. So let me show you up here. I've got it in a diamond configuration, and you can see these threads almost look like they're about to give out. Now, I haven't altered this tarp in any way. I've kept it original, but after this review, I'm going to probably reinforce these tie-outs, especially these corner ones, because those ones, the corner and the middle ones, you know what, I'll probably do it to all of them, to be honest, but I'll probably reinforce every one of those. You know, it is a 10x10, but it doesn't do a diamond configuration great. There's still a little bit of slack in there. Most 10x10s aren't going to be 100% symmetrical, 10 feet to every side, but I think I prefer just a regular A-frame with this than a diamond configuration. But with this tarp, with this hammock, I almost have to do a diamond configuration to get these ends here underneath the tarp. So that's something I might have to figure out. I might even have to shorten that hammock, but it's not a big deal. This coating on it, there's a coating that you can kind of feel on here. Wish you could see it on the camera. You might be able to see a difference in the sheen, maybe not. But this underside has a strange coating on it. It feels almost rubbery. But on this seam here, I noticed that there was some leaking. I don't know if it was condensation or maybe the actual seams were leaking, so I just put some seam sealer on that center seam there and haven't had a problem with it. But when it did leak, I mean, it was pouring down pretty heavily, so it may have been just that. So let's show you this other side here. This one's not as bad. It's still, you can kind of see where it's trying to, but it's not near as bad. So I guess that's really my only complaint, are the tie-outs and the way that they're sewn. I think they could have doubled up on the stitching at least, and at the most, what they should have done is reinforce every one of these, but they didn't do that. So, I mean, I'm gonna probably do that myself. I'll just reinforce it with some kind of material. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna use, but I'll probably do some research and see what's best for that. And other than that, the only problem that I had was the seam, and I think that may have just been condensation, but it was raining pretty heavily that day. It was our spring gathering last year, and it rained crazy that time. But I guess besides that, I mean, 75 bucks, I think that's about how much it cost at the time that I bought it. I think that might be a little too much for it, especially with the way that the tie-outs are sewn on there. So, I mean, you can modify that yourself, but that's almost the most important part of the tie-outs. If that thing rips, then you're almost out of luck. I mean, you could, put a rock up in there and tie a loop around the rock, but that's just could possibly damage the tarp even more. So I'm going to reinforce those, and I've already got seam sealer on it. I think I'm going to make it the tarp that I think it should have been. But like I said, 75 bucks. It's right on the verge of being too much, I think. And but I've enjoyed it so far. I've had it for over a year and set it up in every configuration that I possibly could have, and it hasn't failed me. The tie-outs haven't ripped, and I make these pretty tight, as you could see from the strain on them before. But I'm gonna reinforce them, and I would definitely suggest this to somebody willing to pay that much. But for, I don't know, for I guess a common man price, I don't know, I wouldn't pay that. So, but I don't regret it. I'll fix it and do what I want to it to make it the tarp that I need. So I guess that's really about it. I'll put a couple links in the description to the couple videos that I've set up in different configurations, as well at the end of the video I'll put a link to an annotation link to my very first review on this. So I'm Jason with Texas Bushcraft. I really thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you next time. I'm gonna have too much pressure on it.